Hey everyone, this is Gus. Welcome to Painting with Gus. This is my streaming. And let me tell you something. I have a surprise for every one of you. I'm going to start doing a lot of sketching and illustrations in markers so you can see my style. I will actually, I already filmed a promo that will be aired later on. But anyway, I can tell you, you can do pretty much concept art with anything. I mean, you can do concept art with a bunch of stuff. Like, seriously? You can just go and do concept art with pretty much recycled paper for your sketches. You can go and buy one of these cheap watercolors to do your concepts there. If you want to go further away, well, you can use acrylics. You can use also oils. They don't need to be this huge. Could be smaller, like the one I did for Jinx. Actually, it was a fun art, but that is the thing. You can do pretty much concept art with whatever. So there's no surprise for many people that says, "Oh yeah, you only can do concept art with a Wacom tablet, an XP pen, or display, or whatever, or even the slave amps like the intros or the other things." They say that you can only do this with this. That is like a prerequisite, or it's a requisite. It's mandatory to have that. No, you can do pretty much concept art with whatever. Programs wise, you can do concept art with Krita. You can do concept art also with Fire Alpaca, or you can do concept art with Medivan Paint Pro. Yeah, you don't need to buy Photoshop. Of course, Photoshop is like the standard in the industry. If you go to the art school, everyone is using Photoshop. If you are going to taking some classes in Udemy, everyone is using Photoshop. Well, yeah, it's some sort of a standard in the industry. But you have to remember something. That is what the people in the industry want you to think. Just think in this. All the people, all the rostros, all the other guys, they are using Wacom. Why? Because probably when they are famous, Wacom gave them the display for free. But pretty much the first one they have to buy it. It's like me. This is my Wacom. I buy. Nobody gave it to me. It's not for free. Nobody sent that to me like, oh yeah, give it a try out. Try out. This is a $1,200 tablet. So it's not like somebody just believing that you are, the best one, so you can have it. No, it's mine. I buy it. It's mine, my money. Yeah. Same with the computer. People said, "Oh yeah, you need to have an Apple. You need to have this kind of computer. You need to have." In my time, when I was young, many people said, "Oh yeah, if you want to go into animations, you want to go into art or into animation, and even good design, you really need a silicon graphics." Yeah, a 3,000, 4,000 computers. In that time, Apple wasn't even like that. I guess the most expensive Apple at that time, at the time, the silicon graphics were how much? Probably 1,200, 1,600, $2,000 Apple? Oh, what's unthinkable? What's this think of the what? $2,000 Apple? That doesn't even exist. Yep, that was what they think. But right now, there is a $5,000 Apple. There's a $5,000 what is this? Uh, the Apple display. Why $5,000? With $5,000, with less than that, I can buy the Samsung Curve, more than 50 inches, totally submersive, surrounded, 4K. It's so big that it needs its own graphic card. Really. I have $3,000 to put in a monitor, I will put my money in that. Of course, I will need like a $6,000 computer for that. Probably that $6,000 computer it will include probably around 1,600 to $2,000 graphic card. Yeah, and a lot of memory. Yeah, I'm talking about 64 gigabytes or something starting, and probably an i9. Yeah, or a Ryzen 9. No, 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 not a Ryzen 9. I will have a Tree Reaper. Yeah, a Tree Reaper. I love AMD. AMD until that, I love it. So, let me tell you, you can do illustrations. You can do professional with whatever you want. The question is, how are you marketing yourself? That is a problem. The problem is not, and is your style. Is your style doing right? But how are you marketing yourself? Well, the problem with many people right now, sorry, I'm gonna sit more comfortable because I have to do this self interview. Well, good thing is that you asked me that because the problem with many people right now in the industry is this: we are sellouts. Many of us are sellouts. I'm doing probably not me. Well, I wish I don't sell out. I will have money at least. But let me tell you this: I'm not using Clear Studio Paint because Clear Studio Paint pays me. No, I'm using Clear Studio Paint because it's cheap. I mean, I pay $60. Well, not $60. At that time, I pay like a $25 or something, $25. And then I will, put in the grades, buying the gray and the gray or the gray. Um, let's say I have invested probably $40 more. That's it. And I'm talking in around what, 6 years or so? Probably. But if you think in that, well, let me tell you something that I just forgot doing something. Is my. Hmm, can you lower to. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you that. Please like and subscribe. And also, this. My name is Gus Duenas. I'm a professional illustrator and aspiring costume artist. I do pretty much illustrations right now. And I do illustrations for children books. So if you see my website, you will have more of that vibe. Yeah, I'm more of that vibe because it's mainly focused on that. But the truth is, I love human figure. I love creating characters, and I love fantasy and sci-fi. Pretty much my area. I'm not as very good doing monsters. I will try to do that, but not a very good. But I like, medieval kind of fantasies, Lantis Nexus, Renaissance kind of fantasies, Renaissance punk, and also I like cyberpunk. Well, to once I tell you that, you will see very much that I'm trying to focus in this kind of realism, fantasy for children books sometimes. I have for adult books, and I love that too. And I never done, and I will never do the not suitable for work and SFW kind of art. I will never do it. Pin-ups, one or two. I have no problem with pin-ups. But that's it. That is my style. That is me. Yeah. But if you are going to go into the industry, you have to research a lot about what is the industry looking. What is your specialty? For example, if you want to aspire to be one of the artists that Smith Talling is just, I just mentioning Smith Talling, I probably they have a very good advertising, but probably the guys are not as famous as they want us to think. I mean, us illustrators, they want us to think that they just handle the recruiting for many firms Actually, they have one Ashton. That's it. They don't do for Penguin, not for the mascot, not for the others groups that publishers in the United States, even in Europe. So hmm, it's good to be represented. Yes, you got to be very sure what you're looking for, and you have to have this approach with them. Send us what is your best pieces, your website if they're required, and that kind of stuff. So they know what you do, and probably in the future they can accommodate it to you. But the truth is, it's not gonna be that easy. Doing commissions, frankly, I never done commissions. Never, ever, ever in my whole life I ever done commissions. The only commissions that I done is one a friend Mia, and I did a commission for her. That's it. She asked me one of those OGs for the game. That's what I did. That's the only commission that I do. But pretty much all artists we are commissioned. Yeah, because you are commissioned to do a book. It's a commission. Somebody commission you to do that. That's the verb. That is the idea. So pretty much all the work that we artists done is commissions. Not the commissions commission, because for many people right now, commissions is somebody just contact you through social media and ask you for something to do. That is what the people understand as commissions. But the problem is that is not only commissions. Commission is also when the publishers hire you just for do a freelance work. That's also commissions. Commissions is when an author calls you and hire you to do the book. That's a commission too. Well, that is pretty much for us to be clear about what is the concept of commissions and what this word is being used. Because for many people, commissions is like doing OCs. The pretty much so many people is doing OCs, and if you want to go, and that is a cutthroat valley. If you want to go in there, that's carnage. Go there. Try to find out where your art, what is it, your niche, alter your niche. Your niche is what is the portion of the market or the styles that you're looking for. So if you're looking for X Me talent, I know these guys because I've been trying all the time for them to represent me. Yeah. And I've been sending emails to them, call emails, and, samples of my work. But let me tell you, what I discovered about them is not good. Because if you want to be considered right now, you have to undergo like a class to be an artist under their terms. And the problem is that class costs like $4,000. I mean, if you are in the United States and you are uh, an artist, you just leave art school. You just left art school. You have to pay $4,000 in a class for somebody just to consider you as an artist. Because so far, their range to hire, according to the social media, is like 2 or 3 guys per month in about the whole world. So it's very narrow margin. So you better be good. Also, the other thing that I will advise you is be unique. Be yourself. Many people have problem with that because many people is a clone of somebody else. That's no bad because you can be a clone or let's say Moebius while you are trying to create your own language. It's okay. Never judgmental about that. I'm a little clone myself of Moebius, mixed with DC and some of the Marvel, and I like Japanese anime. So yeah, everyone is a little clone of something. When I was a paint artist, I was at the beginning a little clone of the medievalist, then the pre-Raphaelist, then try to mix with the naive or the nabis, and also with the fauves, and then the fauve, and then I tried to jump into cubism and surrealism. I was a surrealism, a surrealist, And then I mixed that with Dadaism. I was a neo Dadaist. Then right now I'm a neo Cubist. And I haven't done Cubism in a long time. So I had to come back to that. Yeah. But that is the idea. And that is something that you learn in an art school. Or you have access to a lot of books. Or you like to read. So an artist that doesn't like to read, hmm, that is something unaccounted for. I mean, for this Generation X guy, no, probably Generations Y and Generation Z, probably not for this guy. I mean, for me, no, but maybe. So you have to tailor all your stuff, market yourself to the right niche of market where you want to be. You cannot have all your eggs in one basket. That's true. But if you want to show uh, a bunch of not suitable for works, artworks, and try to get a job in publishers that make something for like children book, you will never get into it unless they want to commission something based on the style that you have there. But my advice is whatever the industry you want to put you into, it you better have something suit for that. You can have like your website, three parts of your website divided, one for adult or concept art that I call it concept art regular illustrations, other for children, and then it's for my art. That my art is totally personal. It's the one I love. It's the one I like. It's more conceptual because I'm a conceptual artist. Yeah, I love it. So that is pretty much what you can do with yourself. But don't be discouraged. At the beginning, it's gonna be very hard. But once you just jump in the right dog and you're the little flea, start sucking it. That's it. So the end of the dog is near, yeah, but you can still have a living there. Yep. So don't be worried. Once you get the job, don't be worried that you're gonna lose it because you're gonna be like the Adventists. Oh yeah, the end is neat. Is night. The end is night. The end is night. Really? They have been preaching that since ages. We're still here. So anyway, that is my little talks about this. And let's go back to tools. What is the tools that you need for this thing? I'm gonna publish something and I'm gonna show you how to do your own sketchbook. If you don't want to pay like $8 or something for the sketchbook, okay? So I'm gonna show you how much is it and what you can have. Okay? Well, guys, so next thing that I'm gonna do right now is going to draw something. But let me tell you something before. My name is Gus Duenas. I'm a professional artist. Welcome to Draw with Gus. So if you want to support this artist, there is a link for PayPal, so you can just help me out. It's a better way for you to help me out. And you can do a donation to this artist or whatever is in your heart. I will appreciate that a lot. It will go towards to have a better equipment. Yep. And better likes. Probably getting some improv in this set. And I will do that very clearly. And the other thing is, please like and subscribe my content. How is that? Well, so easy, guys. Just like and subscribe. Liking and subscribing is the cheapest way to help this artist to do the things that I need. Yes. See? Like and subscribe. Isn't that? So you like and subscribe every time you share my art. You will be helping me towards monetization. And I will appreciate that a lot. So let me go to the next stage of this visit, which is let's go to do the art, shall we? So we are in our desk. Let me put my microphone here. Let me see. My microphone is. Let me see my microphone. Okay, it's working. My microphone is working. Please tell me. Is my microphone is getting some problem, or you have some weird kind of audio? Let me know, huh? I would appreciate that a lot if you can do that. Thank you, guys. So let's gonna do this. And I just realized I have the camera from another thing, so you only going to see my bald head and my ears. So let me open click shipping, and in the meantime, let me see microphones and my mixer. Yep, everything is okay. Everything is good. Oh, sorry. So let's do the Repentia. Okay. Okay. So this is the Repentia. This is the Repentia system that I've been using. See, we are doing the what's it called? The line art. We are doing the line art in this. And before that, let me open my PureRef. Yeah, PureRef is opening. This is the reference program that I have. It's called PureRef. And you cannot see it, but yeah, Sister Repentia. Yeah, this is the Sister Repentia that I have right now. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Probably I want to do something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me. In the meantime, let me get this. So let me get this. No. Let me get this, guys. Let me get this last one. Mm, mm, okay. Yeah. And let me get this. Mhm. Okay. Now I think it looks better. Yeah, she has the. Yeah. Now she looks better. Yeah. Now she looks way better. So we are going to continue doing these things here. Oh, okay. I have the wrong. See this? Hey guys, let me do something. I just forgot that I have to do this. Let me get to my restream. Let me go to my restream chat. Where is my restream chat? Let me go to my restream chat. Uh, okay, let me. Okay. Let me get to my restream chat. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. So, well, guys, if you have any question during this stream and that, just publish in the chat or let me a message, and it says up to me. I can do it, and I'll help you out trying to get the answer. Okay. So let me go back to this guy here. Let me see if I can get some of this. I'm a repentance. Hmm. Yeah. This is the part of the blades of the sword. Later on, we have to see what's the details that we have put in there. Maybe something pretty quick. Where is one of the scenes of repentance? I have this repentance. Hmm. Okay, I guess we are pretty much covered this area. So yeah, we're gonna separate this. So let me make a new. I'm gonna duplicate the layer. I'm gonna have it just for fun. So what I'm doing, I'm just making some lines, the corridors, a little more thicker, so they will be atmospheric perspective. That means I'm making these lines to separate objects. So one object will be separate the other. So for that reason, you know that it is a new object, and then when there won't be any confusion in the forms and the shapes. For some reason, sometimes many drawings are so confused because they don't have this separation. This separation is good because it's make the limit. See? Let me show you this a little better. So we are separating the hood from the skin. And from the head. And also, we are going to separate this because we have some skin here. Here, we have the skin in this part. Yeah, we are separating this. Also, we are separating this. Hey, I have to do something with this later. So let me get this part. Zero. Yeah. Okay. We are also going to separate the belt on the parchment. Also some parts of skin. The amulet also has to be separated from the skin. The amulet. Package also skin. And the boot also has to be separated from the skin. Also, it's a good idea to check the lines to see you have clear lines, clean lines there. Sometimes you don't have it. Also, see, you can separate the hand, the amulet, and from the skin, even for the skin. Okay, let me get rid of this. Okay, so this is pretty much the what you're watching right now is the. So let me continue separating stuff. separating that part of the sword from the amulet. And I guess pretty much is separated. So yeah, what you can see right now, guys, is I have the line art. So let me save this thing before something happens. I don't want nothing to happen. About at least. So yeah, we have four character. That was a character art. So we did something. Like this. Okay. So yeah, now it makes more sense than anatomy. Yeah, looks better. So okay. So this is gonna be this is layering. I mean, on a new layer, there's gonna be a flat, but it's gonna be actually the base of the flat. So for that thing, let's see. Oh no. Yeah. So we have this. We have this. We have this. Ooh, we have a problem. See, we get all these parts. So yeah, I'm just watching what we have here. Oh yeah. So this is one problem. Okay. So let's see now. Yay. Perfect. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah. So we have this part. We're gonna go to the selection. We invert the selection. Then we are gonna go to a paint bucket. And I need a color to paint this one. So it's gonna be like a gray. Yep. It's gonna be this kind of. Whoa. What did we do right now? Hmm. Make something extra here. Here. Ah. Control V. So let me go there. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here. Mm-hmm. Let me go here. Go there. Bye. Bye. Where else? Mm. No. Yeah, way better. Yeah. That makes more sense. This guy. Mm, makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense. So let me do some things that make more sense too. Also, yeah, this guy's here. Okay, so now we are going to invert this selection, going to the paint bucket, and yep. Now everything is the things that I need selected. They are already selected, and the things that I don't need selected are not selected. So yeah, we have this thing. Okay. So next thing that we are going to do is trying to do the different colors that I need for this one. So one is gonna be the, let me create a new layer, and that layer is gonna be clipped to the other layer. So I'm gonna go selection. No, selection pane. I really like the selection pane a lot. See, you can do this kind of selection, but I don't want to use that selection with this. So for that reason, what I'm gonna do is something even more simple. I'm gonna make it this smaller, so I can just try to do this. Yeah. And this is gonna be a flat, so we're gonna do the flats, and then we're done with this. You guys can see the different things that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do flats. Also gonna be pretty simple. I'm not gonna be very detailed in flats because I'm not interested in doing too many details in flats. So it's gonna be very simple. You know that. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty much the part of the hairdress. We, oh, I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that. And let me make this guy smaller because I want this guy here. So see, we can just, so we can just have what we want to avoid, okay, that you don't want it to be the part of this. You want to avoid this. Okay, so we want to do this color. It's gonna be red. All this stuff is gonna be red too. So let's prepare to do the reddish thingish. So this is gonna be red. I mean, this is gonna be red. This is gonna be red. See this? is red. So I'm using this tool, which is in the Clear Studio Paint. This tool is very, very useful. As you can see, it's called the selection pane. So the selection pane, I can do selections. It's a little, this is the part that there is no way regular kind of concept artist like this part. This part is the part that many of us actually hate. We really hate flats. We just wanted to go and drop into the art, doing the art. But the problem with the flat is flats are necessary evil. You need the flats. Why you need the flats? Because you need to start painting stuff. And the flats are the best way to painting stuff. Yeah. Now you see, we're painting stuff here. See, and when you are doing this, you are creating your flat. In the past, pretty much comics were done this way. I mean, with flats, and the people didn't know that because not many people know about the process. In the past, during the time of the great comics like Captain America and all that kind of stuff, you don't do your art like sitting there and doing this thing. You're doing the art pretty much by flat colors because it was the cheapest way to do it. Also cheapest. The comics were the only media, recreational media that existed at that time. So the comics were like, like the TV. They need to be, um, you know, they need to be produced in a very, very cheap way and fast. For that reason, you see that many comics. You see, why they way that way? I mean, they're not supposed to be this way. But the truth is, they were done that way because there was a cheap way to do this kind of art. And that's what they did, you know, creating a cheap way to do the art. So, okay. Oh, this girl, this one here, need to do this one too. So when you're doing art, yeah, you have to be a very detailed and sometimes not. Because many people told me, oh, it's so much details. Well, I like details. That is me. Many other people don't. They are pretty much like, creating barbarian girls with probably no clothes at all and pretty much like naked. Yeah, pretty much like naked or something like that. And yeah, that's why they were doing. But not all the people like that. And I am one of not other people. Okay, so gonna make this guy like a reddish. Yeah, this red color is perfect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is perfect. Oh, yeah, this color too here is reddish. So this is the flats. So yeah, we have done one part of the flats. Next part of the plats is gonna be the skin. But first, let me get this. Hmm, this part here. Hmm, get the caps lock on. Hmm. That's good. Okay, so let me see how it looks like. Yeah, now she has some color. Save this. So, mm, no, let's continue with this. This is gonna be like a okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Huh, forget it. Feel. Yeah. See? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I prefer this guy this way. So yeah, let me do something with more. Oh. So if you find something that you don't like it and you said, okay, yeah, you go here pocket, okay, on fill areas. That uh, so you will be painting this area that is on fill with whatever the color is here. See this guy. So it's gonna be on fill area. Okay, super easy. It's actually so easy. It's not even funny. Now, for example, here in the cross, this guy, there's some areas that wasn't filled. Areas here that are not filled. Mm-hmm. And you can feel it right now. So, okay, let's continue doing um, the biggest part. Let's do the clothes. Okay. So, this guy is gonna be like this. Yeah. So I need this one again. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we're going to paint this to this. Yeah, I guess that is cool. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna need it a little more here this time, but it's all this area here. Probably the robotic hands too. Yeah. Get this guy in. Okay, this is a flat. We're doing it a flat. Yeah, it looks like one of those Moebius kind of thing. I can do it with the style of Moebius later on, not now. But let me get rid of this first. Hmm. This is to paint the unfulfilled areas. Yeah, they're pretty much not painted. And doesn't mean they're bad. I mean, they're not painted. That's it. And we painted with the same color. This is kind of like we are creating a. So let me see how this painting unfulfilled areas work on a most grandeur scale. So let me get the. Hmm. Okay. Okay, Jess. Yep. Now she's painted, but I don't need that in that color. But it's a good idea to have it that way. So let me give you the easiest part. Okay, where's the easiest part? Hmm, let me show you the easiest part. So yeah, and select, invert it, let's scale. Put it here. We are gonna do this. Yep. Now she is back to normal. Hmm. Yep. See that? You're going back to normal. So yeah, let me get this little. Oh, okay. Which is going to. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Then, what is the? It's a mix of red. It's like red and black. So I'm gonna make like reddish and gray. So for that reason, I'm gonna use this. Where's my friend? Hmm. Selection pane. And the selection pane will be a little bigger, just for us to go this way. Uh-huh. It's gonna be red. So yeah. Mm. Okay. Now I'm gonna paint this for red. Yep. Okay. And now we're gonna paint this guy another color. This guy is gonna be a gray. Yep. Yeah, perfect. This is a gray. And this part is like a weird grayish color. So it's gonna be something like this. Hmm. So we are gonna paint this like a grayish color. Mm, grayish color. Yeah, let's do this guy also. Grayish color. Mm. The the thing is here. This thing is here. Yeah, the weapons. The weapons should be gray. By the way, this guy should be like a. Okay. So the weapon should be gray too. Oh no, sorry. This is gray. This is gray. This is gray. Gray. This is 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 gray. So I'm gonna paint all the fill areas. Uh, yeah, pretty much here. Because hmm. Okay, let's paint unfill areas. Hmm. Okay, so let's see. What's the other thing that we want to paint right now? Is this. So right now we are creating the shapes. Mhm. So what we're gonna paint here? Hmm. Let's can do like grayish. Or like actually, like yeah. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna use the selection pen, but because well, mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so let's going to see. Let's see how she looks just in flats. So this is flats. It's called flats. Okay, it's called the ink. Yeah, without the ink. This is the ink. This is gonna be the flats. Okay, and this is pretty much what we have done. Let me get this Repentia sister. Thanks, Georgie. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. So I put myself here. Okay, let me know if the the volume or sometimes the audio is looking funny or something. As he's hearing funny. Let me know that. Okay. Let me put the other camera. Oh, yep. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Again, this is Gus, and I'm a professional illustrator. This is painting with Gus or drawing with Gus. Depends what you want to do. And if I were you, I will be, taking every single grain of the opportunity to check real time how you do concept art on pretty much how you do drawing, digital drawing, using Click Studio Paint in this case. Well, if you want me to use Krita or other programs, let me know. I have a tablet and my Samsung S9. I published one of my videos using Infinity Paper, Infinity Painter. Sorry, not Infinity Paper, Infinity Painter, and it looks pretty good. Let me tell you, it looks pretty good. It looks very good. So, let me see how oh yeah, my microphone is working. So it looks pretty good. So Infinity Painter can help you a lot. I mean, you can do professional illustrator illustrations using a Samsung Galaxy S9, the Galaxy Tab S9 FE, the Fan Edition or Fan Edition, depends how you want to pronounce that. Well, you can do very nice things with that. But let me tell you something. The question is not what you can do with that. The question is, are you going to do it? Yeah. Well, it happens you don't have enough for having a Galaxy Tab or iPad. You can always buy the XP Pen. The XP Pen, I hear, is about $500, and it includes the pen, and it's an Android tablet, so you can use it. And there is many programs. There is High Paint that right now is mimicking. Actually, it's counterfeiting. It's mimicking quotation marks um, the Procreate. I don't know. I'm just waiting for Procreate to stop, kissing the beep of Apple on iPads and start doing something for Android. And I will appreciate that. I will be the first in line to buy Procreate for Androids. Also, there is Clay Studio Paint. You can just buy Clay Studio Paint too. Well, my name is, as I told you, my name is Gus Duenas. I'm a professional artist and illustrator, and this is Drawing with Gus. Well, if you want to support these artists and help out this channel, there is the cheapest way to do it. Like and subscribe. Yep. You just like and subscribe this, and it's totally free. And I will appreciate that like a lot. Well, the other way is follow me in my social media and give me commissions. Well, the other way is if you're an author and you are looking for a cover illustration or a cover designer, and you have something in mind that includes fantasy, that includes 40K or something like that, or something related, let me know. I can help you with, and I am flexible about prices. But let me tell you, a cover design is not less than $600. So if you are looking something cheaper, get out of my way. Yeah. Well, the other thing is there is a link for PayPal, so you guys can make one-time donation, two-time donation, or 3 month, $3 per month. You will be helping out this channel, and I will be very grateful with that. And also, I'm just thinking and doing work. This is something that I designed. I did it. And I'm just thinking and doing work, that selling t-shirts. And it's gonna be a t-shirt, an artist t-shirt. This is not like a nice kind of a phrase t-shirt. It's artist t-shirt. It will have my design included. So spoilers alert, and it's gonna be in the range of the 25 to $30, or probably a little more. Depends because I'm thinking to use like Bella Canvas and probably American Apparel. Yep. So if you guys are interested, let's drop me a note and I will appreciate your comments and your feedback. And the other thing is, well, like and subscribe and buy Click Student Paint. There is a referral link in the body of this, in the description of this video, and also in the description of the video in of this streaming. I mean, and also in the description of the streaming on Facebook, so you guys can try this awesome program. It's a very good program. I'm not telling because I want you to buy it because that's gonna get me some money. No, I'm telling you because it's a good program. I've been using this way more than Photoshop. And let me tell you, Photoshop is nice, Photoshop, but Photoshop has its problems. And the problems that I have is not as, focused to illustration, concept art, or even manga and comics like clay shipping. That's what I like. I love about clay shipping. Of course, there is also Krita, made by Paint Pro, and there is a many free that they are out there. But I'll tell you, if you wanna go into free, go Krita. Krita is the best of the free. It's also rival clay shipping in many aspects. So I really like those too. But anyway, if you want to support these artists, yes, like and subscribe. You will be helping me out a lot. Or give me a one-time donation, or a two times, or a monthly, or whatever is in your heart. And I'll appreciate that, guys. And I'll see you next week when we are going to go further in this kind of design. Well, see you. Thank you so much for joining me. And believe me, I really appreciate you watching my video, you liking the video, subscribing to my channels, and helping me out to help to grow this community. I'm doing right now the streaming, but let me tell you, I'm gonna post some videos and I will put a lot of tutorial about how to do concept art and even illustrations and markers. So it doesn't matter what is your style, you can start doing that. And believe me, everything that is handmade, there is no way to reproduce like 1,000 times, like a digital thing costs a lot. So you will have a very costly product, but totally unique and very, very difficult to reproduce. So, well, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Have a blessed week.